Don't enter numbers like this. In fact, don't enter numbers like this. Don't even enter dates like this. There's a simple formula called sequence, and all you have to do is type in the number of rows that you want your sequential numbers to be in and hit enter. If you want it horizontal, use the same sequence formula and just say one row, but now this time we want the result in 6 different columns. Now what if we change the number of rows from 1 to 14 and keep 6 columns? Now starting from the first cell on the top left and going in sequence all the way to the last cell, but then what if I don't want to start the sequence from number 1? I can just go ahead and say start from number 5. But now what if I want the sequence to go 5, 10, 15, 20? I just have to go ahead and set the last step parameter to 5. Now let's switch it from starting with a 5 to starting with a date. And let's say we start with 2024 January the 1st, all by using just the sequence formula. Don't enter the current date like this. In fact, don't even enter the current time like this. What you should be doing instead is pressing Ctrl and semicolon for the current date and Ctrl Shift semicolon for the current time. Stop entering today's date in your Excel like this. Instead, what you can do is press equal to today and then open the bracket and then close it and then press enter. This way, you'll never have to change the date manually ever again. Stop entering data like this. This can take hours and can be extremely boring. Do this instead. Just come to the next cell and press Ctrl E and Ctrl E. Don't manually apply borders like this. If you fill up more data, it's not going to have a border again. Do this instead. Select your worksheet, go into conditional formatting and create a new rule. Now let's format only cells that contain and let's select no blanks, which means if it's not a blank cell, it's going to apply a conditional formatting. What we want to do is format and select an outline for that cell. Hit OK. And now, as long as you type anything anywhere, it's going to give you an automatic border. Don't use the if formula for every single conditional formula requirement. Here's what I started using. Once you start off the switch formula, you need to first give the expression. The expression is the condition that you want to fulfill. In this case, I want to fulfill the conditions present in the info column. The second parameter is the value. In this case, I want to say if all the salaries present in this column, the result should be income. If not, I want the result to be expense. Now, if you did use the if formula, the logical test would be the info column and the test needs to be equal to salary. If it is true, we want it to say income, and if it is false, we want it to say expense. Now, the result is same in this case, but the beauty of knowing all of these different formulas, including if and switch, there might be a certain use case where the switch formula might be better than the if formula. Don't add up the numbers in your Excel sheet by selecting one by one, separated by a plus. This takes forever and is never going to be efficient, especially if you have a lot of rows. Instead, what you can do is just press Alt equal to on your keyboard and press enter, and that will be instant and you never have to use the mouse. Don't add the department-wise salary like this. Instead, use the sum if formula and all you have to do is select the range, the criteria and the sum range. And instantly you have the salaries total per department, like if you learn something new.